watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning. Happy Friday. Kicking off your day with a live look from the Tidal Basin. Look at those, the cherry blossoms. I think this is going into the puffy white stage. And Tosin yesterday taught us how to spell peduncle elongation. Yeah,
I loved saying that word all day yesterday.
I could tell.
Peduncle elongation.
We were laughing. We're like, it's better her
I
than
felt
us.
just smart saying it.
And then spelling it, I spelled it wrong, totally wrong. Yeah.
Learn how to spell.
I know. That's why I love spell check on my computer. All right, well, good morning and thanks for starting your day with us. I'm Tanaya Wright.
Good morning to you. I'm Corey James. Shanika, she's off this morning, but Tosin's in for her. Tracking your commute. We're going to check in with her in just a second. Jackie, though, is...
It's
I don't know why I can't get the names right today.
You're thinking about my hedgehog.
Jackie. No, I ain't thinking about that. But Jackie, she is keeping an eye on the forecast today. Things are fine right now in most areas, but some rain moving in this afternoon.
Yes, I am Jackie. I am a meteorologist, and we're going to talk about the weather this morning. Let's take a look at satellite and radar. We are starting off with a few showers, but those are continuing to fade away. That cold front, as it moves in and moves across our area, that will fire up more rain chances and also that isolated thunder threat. So we're not out of the woods just yet. We're going to be tracking some more rain chances later on today. Did see a few of those showers earlier this morning across northernmost parts of the area, but notice how that faded away as it tried to push its way farther east. Those temperatures right now, very warm start. 50s and low to mid 60s across the region. We'll eventually notice high temperatures, lower 70s again today, although we're tracking that rain and the cloud cover later on today. More details on this coming up. Tosin is here with a look at those roadways. How's traffic?
We're just starting to see a little bit of volume, but no issues to complain about. We're starting off in Maryland and US 50. Look at that. No issues, nothing to complain about. Now we're going to go over to our map, show you what Virginia looks like. Look at that. No issues right there, whether you're 95 or 66. That's good news for you. Taking a wider look at the map. We have green all over the map at this hour. Let's get you on the roads right now. I'll give you your drive times really quick. If you're going from Woodbridge to Springfield, it'll take you 21 minutes. Haymarket to the Beltway, 25 minutes. If you're hopping on 267, you're headed to Dulles. It'll take you about 33 minutes.
Time right now with 6:01. Today we're expecting to learn more from the University of Maryland and its decision to end Greek life activities 2 weeks ago.
Now you'll remember students filed a restraining order against the university over its decision to suspend Greek life on campus. Our Candace Cole joins us now live from the University of Maryland with more on all of this. Candace, good morning.
Good morning. Well, the University of Maryland is set to give an update later on today on its investigation into allegations of student misconduct. This comes after the university sent out a letter on March 1st to Greek organizations suspending all new member activity indefinitely. UMD has also demanded that students comply with their investigation or face disciplinary action. That letter from the university followed reported concerns over hazing during pledge events and parties. UMD's update comes just days before a hearing on Monday to determine if a petition for a restraining order against the university filed by 4 fraternities on campus will be granted. That petition was filed earlier this week and claims the university's decision to threaten students who refuse to comply with its investigation, quote, runs afoul to basic notions of due process because officials didn't actually suggest any wrongdoing. Wynn Smiley, spokesperson for Fraternity Forward, says UMD is violating the law and its own procedures by infringing upon students' civil liberties.
I think it's really the responsibility of the schools and the responsibility of the national organizations to protect students and not put them in environments where there are these power dynamics and where abuses of power can happen.
And 21 fraternities and 16 sororities have been impacted by the university's investigation. Again, that update is set to happen later on today. We will give you the latest details as we get them. Reporting live from College Park, Candace Cole, DC News Now.
Thank you, Candace. Well, a Prince George's County teen known as Baby K pleading guilty for attempting to kill another teenager.
Caden Holland and 2 other teens are accused of trying to shoot a middle school student on a school bus in Prince George's County last year. Prosecutors say the gun misfired. Now, the state is recommending Holland serve 25 years in prison. State's attorney Aisha Brayboy gives her reason for that recommendation.
And that may seem like a tough and lengthy sentence for someone so young. But the consequences, the result of what could have been had that gun fired, would have been permanent.
No one was injured during the attempted shooting. Holland is scheduled to be sentenced in May.
And Holland's plea deal brings relief to the victim's family. The victim's mother tells us her son's attack traumatized her. She asked not to be identified.
When it initially happened, it tore me to pieces. I have to seek therapy and counseling. I had to get away. It would never be enough due to the trauma that he caused. But will I accept that? Will that help me sleep at night? Yes.
Now, she also tells us that she and her child have moved away and are now doing better.
Montgomery County officials are warning people about unhealthy air quality after a large fire in Rockville yesterday. Now, this happened just before noon. Officials say 3 large tanks of motor oil and 2 tanks of asphalt caught fire. The heavy smoke could be seen for several miles. Montgomery County Fire and Rescue says right now the smoke is not hazardous. The county is still advising people to take precautions like limiting time outside, closing windows, and wearing masks.
We did monitor the smoke conditions, and our advice to the area residents was, treat this as a bad pollution day.
And health experts say air pollutants can impact people with asthma and heart disease, cause headaches, fatigue, and irritate the eyes and throat.
Your time right now is 6:06 on a Friday. The Spotsylvania County School Board fired Superintendent Mark Taylor. Taylor was voted out by the board on Tuesday. He has been on administrative leave since the beginning of the year. During his time, Taylor proposed to defund all school libraries and remove a dozen books deemed sexually explicit. Taylor was also under fire for his social media post. We spoke with an advocate who says Taylor was not fit for the role.
There were a lot of concerns about Taylor as superintendent. He had never set foot in a classroom in a public school. The idea that somebody would float the concept of closing our libraries really spoke volumes about what his priorities were.
Now the school board says Taylor will remain on leave until the process is finalized.
New details this morning in the proposal to build new data centers in Loudoun County. The Board of Supervisors voted Wednesday to deny that measure. Now, this all comes after a public hearing that lasted more than 3 hours. The project would have expanded the Belmont Innovation Campus and brought millions of square feet of data centers. Ahead of the meeting, critics raised concerns over the stress of the power grid additional data centers could cause. Time right now is coming up on 6:08 on this Friday morning. New this morning, a bill to create a new gun violence prevention center in Maryland is on its way to the State House.
The state Senate passed the measure yesterday. The goal of the bill is to take the public health approach to reducing gun violence. The prevention center would work with the governor's Office of Crime Prevention and Policy and state police. The measure passed in a 35-11 vote. It was proposed by Governor Moore, so he is expected to sign it if it reaches his desk.
Montgomery County Council members are getting ready to host 2 public hearings on the 2025 fiscal year operating budget. This all comes after County Executive Mark Elridge released his $7 billion budget recommendation yesterday. The budget plan focuses on keeping taxes steady, funding the county's community college and public schools, and climate change initiatives. The public hearings are scheduled for April 8th and 9th. If you're interested in attending, you can sign up on Montgomery County's council's website.
A student pilot from Northern Virginia facing federal charges after attempting to enter the cockpit of an Alaskan Airlines plane mid-flight. This is all according to the New York Times. While on that flight from California to Virginia earlier this month, the Times reporting that the student, Nathan Jones, repeatedly attempted to open the cockpit door, claiming he was testing the plane's crew. His lawyer claims he is not mentally fit to stand trial. He has a hearing set for next week. Well, the Reston Community Center is giving away formal dresses, and they're going to be free.
Yeah, the yearly Diva Central giveaway is open to any middle or high school student. It starts tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. Organizers are also giving away jewelry and shoes. However, shoppers are limited to 2 dresses, a pair of shoes, and a set of accessories. You can register in advance or at the door.
Happening now, the ACC men's basketball tournament underway at Capital One Arena. The semifinals tip-off starting at 7 o'clock tonight. Now, the University of North Carolina matches up with the University of Pittsburgh in the first game. The University of Virginia then takes on NC State. That game expected to start at about 9:30. The winners will face off in the tournament championship tomorrow at 8:30 for an automatic bid into the March Madness tournament. Definitely looking forward